I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
This is Umar Ahmed for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. We're in London at the BT Towers final press conference for Joyce for Zhang live on BT Sport this Saturday night. I'm joined by the Lanes, Team Zhang, of course. First on IFL, am I correct?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, first time. Yeah.
Well, he's very confident. How confident are you? You said you're both big Joyce fans as well, but fully believe you're going to get the victory this Saturday night?
You know, I know there's some perception about Gillet out there that he can punch and that's all there is. We're moving.
It's revolving in here.
Yeah, and I'm going this way. Anyway, you know, Gillet does a lot of good things that I don't think he gets the credit for. He does a lot of nuanced things that I see in the gym when he's sparring every day, but it's not really appreciated. But you know, he's only had the one fight to display those skills, which was the Filip Hrgović fight, and he showed what he can do. But I think we're going to do a lot more against Joe Joyce. But the power's there.
Go along with that?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I just to echo what Terry said. I think Gillet is the sharper fighter in the fight overall. I think that Joe Joyce is very strong, but he's pretty fundamentally basic, and I think he's there to be hit. And I think that's the wrong style to go up against a guy like Gillet. I think we have a really good shot in this fight.
I've heard a lot of talk about Gillet has to get this done early. Do you believe that's the case?
Not necessarily. I think that that's one of the things that's out there that I don't necessarily think is true, or that Gillet has a gas tank problem, a stamina problem. You know, he had a tough fight against Jerry Forrest where he got a draw, and that's where a lot of those beliefs started. But really, Gillet went into that fight dehydrated, and in the middle of the fight, his kidneys were shutting down. So he showed tremendous heart to even make it through that fight. And you know, I think that Gillet had a great training camp. Strength conditioning, it was a big focus, and I think Gillet can fight 12 rounds. I think he can box, and I think he can punch. I think he's just an all-around good heavyweight fighter.
You mentioned in the press conference, unfortunately, I didn't know about your dad passing away quite recently, and big moment for yourselves, obviously, as well. If Team Zhang can get the victory, and just going into this fight, I'm sure it means a lot with what's happened recently. Yeah.
My dad passed away. Our father passed away on December 6th, and you know, he was a legend in boxing, Hall of Fame referee. But it's been a tough few months for our family. This fight has been a nice distraction, but it's our first boxing event that we've been involved in the business since he passed away. So it'd be great if he was with us, and we'd help us pull away with the victory for sure.
If Zhang is to get the win this Saturday night, in your guys' opinion, when he gets the win, what is the situation moving forward? Is there a rematch clause, also in terms of options that Queensberry possibly have? Can you guys talk about that at all?
Yes, there is a rematch clause, and if we're victorious, there are options. We would be continuing to fight with Queensberry, which is fine by us because they've treated us great throughout this whole process. But we want, if he beats Joe Joyce, you know, it all depends on how it plays out. You know, if it's a tough competitive fight and we get the win, then yeah, there'll be a rematch. If we walk through or knock Joe Joyce out early, I'm not sure if the appetite is going to be for a rematch, but we're going to be in that top 5 of the heavyweights. We're going to really be in the mix with the biggest fights in the world, and you know, that would be amazing. I mean, that's a dream. That's what you get into boxing for, is to be at this level, and I'm just incredibly proud of our team and Zhang. You know, it's a thrill.
Well, yeah, you'd be WBO interim champion, a great place to be. So yeah, just talk to me about that. So Gillet has signed with Frank Warren, is that correct?
That's correct. That's correct.
Well, everyone tune in live on BT Sport in the UK this Saturday. Obviously ESPN Plus back in the States. Juggernaut v Big Bang. It's going to be 2 elite heavyweights going at it. Do not miss it. Thank you very much to the Lanes for your time, and we'll speak soon.
Thank you, Umar. Appreciate it. IFL, we're fans of you over in the States. We watch you all the time.
Yeah, thank you, Umar, and we got to go out soon.
We definitely will make it happen this weekend.
Refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, And I see it every day.